been. This is the first time you spoke today?
Yeah.
Like conversation was?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I talked to my friend who works here.
Yeah. Okay. Can we put this somewhere? Yeah, just like put it right
Yeah.
right there.
I remember.
Could I check
Up higher?
the front of the? Just need to make sure. Yeah.
Okay. Is that
And if
fine?
I could check. Okay, it's on. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So what's been up, Ray?
Third time checkup.
Yeah.
Been in the hospital. Been sick with walking pneumonia for a while, as you can see. Got an infection in my. I got a vascular infection. I had to have it seen you since I had surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I think the last interview we did right here, you had it wrapped up.
A big wrap. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's still healing.
Okay.
Because it was such a major surgery.
You mind if I place the mic a little bit higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. All right. I just don't want to get your hair cut.
I'm so glad you're still doing this.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Keeps me sober.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
Like hearing the stories, reaching out, helping.
Can you go to meetings?
What's that?
Can you go to meetings? Right?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, as long as you don't say it or look it or do anything there, but like just to maybe get it started.
Yeah, as long as you're like patient enough to actually sit. They say like when the meeting starts, you know how they read a bunch of stuff. They say, I think something like you don't have to be sober to be here, but if you are like under the influence, they just want you to keep quiet.
Yeah.
And just take in everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure some meetings are different. Like if you're lit but able to communicate, they'll let you speak. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Just depends on the vibe and stuff.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. Make sure the light's blue.
Oh.
Make sure we're good. Yeah, we're good.
So,
okay.
What?
So your leg is still healing?
Yeah.
You said? Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I got sick with pneumonia on top of it. And it just won't seem to go away. So it's like battling with my legs. And then I got bit by actual spiders this time on the left leg. And that's finally healing. I mean, they weren't really bad. They didn't like get all nasty or anything, but it just hurts to walk. So.
I've had a few people in the comments ask about you, like how you're doing.
Who?
A few people in the comments, like just random people. They were wondering how's that girl that you, how's Rain? Like they just wanted, to make sure you're doing okay.
Tell them I said thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm fine. I don't know. You're gonna get me crying on this.
It's okay. Take your time.
I was okay, but I'm not new. It's like I hardly even do any drugs. Just a little bit every day, but I don't know why I can't leave that alone. Just get out of here.
That's what we do.
Huh?
That's what we do as addicts, you know?
Well, it's a little more like the pain in my body is really bad, but I know people that deal with a lot of pain and they don't do this, you know?
I'm interviewing a guy right now that is really close to losing his legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's maggots involved and flies. I've been trying to work with him.
I think I know who you're talking about.
There's a lot of people, but
Like
he's on a different side of town.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are dealing with that, but there's like a huge case of fear. Some people don't want to go to the hospital because they're scared as to what might happen. Some have been to the hospital and they've had bad experiences at one point.
They don't want to go without drugs.
Go back. Yeah, or they don't want to go because they're gonna have to use. Like, So there's multiple reasons, but
And the
it's
hospitals won't attain to that,
that's what I heard. That's what a lot of people are saying. I haven't seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
This guy I'm working with, I just want to take him and let me speak. Like I don't know. I just need to see it firsthand to believe it. Because but it's case by case, and it depends how the patient is with the hospital too. Like
Uh-huh.
there's so many things could go into it, but
Yeah.
so
They're not.
what's the source of your sadness? Just the fact you can't stop using, or
No, just people judge you, to live my life.
like people out here?
No. Okay, for example, um, 2 weeks ago, I was at Food City. I got this little puppy that I rescued. This guy was in front of me, and I told him I was going to take his dog, and he wasn't going to do anything about it. And thank God he didn't. He tried attacking me, but he was on his boss's property, and I told him I was going to scream or whatever I could do to get that little dog out of there, and I got him out of there. I wasn't going to keep him because, I don't even have a home. I stayed with friends, and so I was in front of this guy saw me with a little dog. I got a little dog stroller, and he wanted to buy the dog. He wanted to go pick up his daughter and show her the dog. And cute dog, cute pit bull.
Yeah.
And so I was waiting in front of Food City to meet him with the dog, and there's a guy sitting right there, 10 feet from me, loitering. And there's a guy about 10 feet from him loitering. There's a big group of people over there loitering, smoking. And but I look over instantly, and security's taking a picture of me. And I go, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" I go, "Why are you taking a picture of me?" And he goes, "Well, I have to do that to anybody who's loitering. I need to take a picture of." I go, "I don't see you taking a picture of him. I don't see you taking a picture of that guy that just walked in front of your car. I don't see you taking a picture of those people over there, that are all doing. I've never seen you even pull that phone out once, because I live next door." And he's like, I said, "So what are you doing?" And he said, "I take pictures of people loitering." And so I said, "Well, okay, what's your name? I'm going to, call your management." He wouldn't tell me. So I go and I go to the security at Food City because I thought he worked with Food City. Because they have security there. And he had a situation happen, so I waited patiently for him to get completely done. And you can see that I need to talk to him. And I just wanted the name of the company. I didn't want his name. I didn't want any of that. But he tells me that he's busy. And I said, "No, you're not busy because I waited for you to get completely done." And he says, "Well, then what do you need? Like, I'm a pain in the ass, Anybody else you would have helped immediately. But for whatever reason, just people just don't have any interest in me." So
Yeah.
he wouldn't help me. I go, "You know what? You're supposed to be here to help me, and all you're doing is blocking me." And I go, "I see how you really are. I see how both of you really are." And so I walked away, and I said, "I'll find both of you guys' security names or company names, and I'm going to file a complaint on both of you." So as I'm walking back, 2 police officers drive by me, and I said, hey, they didn't want to stop and talk to me, but I screamed. And they stopped, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "God." About trying to, ask or get help about something. I said, "What's the name of the security company here? Why? What does it matter why? Just give me the name, You're really interested in helping." So, they they asked me what the problem was, and I said, well, I explained the whole story, and they said, well, our suggestion to you is don't loiter. And I said I wasn't loitering. I grocery shop there all the time. I wasn't loitering. I was meeting somebody there to get the dog. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you okay?
Do you have a tissue?
I don't. I should
Oh, I
carry
do.
some. Yeah,
Huh?
I should carry some. I
No,
don't.
I have some.
Sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so anyway, they kept telling me that I shouldn't loiter, and I kept telling them I don't loiter. I don't do that kind of thing. Even here, like this is the only place that I go because my friend lets me sit here, to get away from my place, and.
The same guy that you were, I think last time you said you were staying with a guy, and then something with a girl, like a new girl, and then you.
His wife, they were having issues. She got really sick, and so I would leave there. 'Cause it isn't a small apartment.
Yeah.
And I helped caretake, but it's just really weird.
Yeah.
They're both very bizarre people.
So are
Well,
you?
she ended up dying.
Yeah.
And so he ended up like. That's just another story. So anyway, the cops told me not to go there anymore. I said, I live right here. I grocery shop there. Well, we suggest you go somewhere else. And I go, what kind of shit is that? That you guys just... I go, if I was somebody else, you would probably go talk to that security, or you give her, give that person the name. But because it's me, you're not going to help me. And I said, sorry, and they drove off. And that's just kind of shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Forgotten people, I guess. Everyone's done it to me since I was born.
Yeah.
Just being the milkman's daughter. Different judgments at different times of life, Not being of blood, I guess, and there's that judgment, and then just everywhere throughout life. Find some reason to...
Yeah, I remember I think it was like one of the first interviews we did.
Yeah.
You mentioned there was like a place that will, I guess, kind of like put you to sleep while you come off the stuff.
Yeah.
Have you? Well,
I looked into it. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
I've
never heard of that. That's so interesting.
Nobody's heard of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know why that person told me that. Like,
yeah.
False hope. People just talk to make it sound like they...
Yeah. Yeah, I tried looking into it a little bit, but I'll have to look further, ask around.
Yeah, if you do hear something, like...
Yeah.
Please let me know, like...
So, like, what are you needing right now?
Huh?
What are you needing, like, right now?
It's gonna sound really stupid, but, like, why? Why? What, to go
Like,
live
why
in a...
not be out here?
Yeah, like...
Like, what's the use? Or what's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Come on now.
People do. You might be around a lot
Very,
of people.
very, very, very random. I've never seen it,
A
but
lot of people
I
care.
see it
right?
on YouTube.
A lot of people care. I care.
I know, you stop.
But you might be around a lot of people that don't, or they, like. Yeah, I'm not too
It's
sure.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I know it sounds all sad and shit, but
No.
I'm okay. I'm really like, I've been alone since 4 years old, so I'm really good at it. I'm okay.
So you're staying with, you don't gotta say the name, but you're staying with someone right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's going to last about another week because his wife
Yeah.
died. We're
Okay.
paying half the rent. He doesn't pay anything. And I pay the other part.
She
And,
recently passed?
I can't afford the whole thing. Huh?
She recently passed?
Yeah.
Oh.
She went crazy in the head, and she couldn't talk anymore. And because she couldn't talk, she couldn't say that she had pain in her abdomen. And she quit eating, and you can't force somebody to eat. You know, you just hope that one day they eat. You keep trying and trying and trying and trying. And God, we wasted so much food.
Yeah.
And she would just grunt, you know. And I thought it was fake at first, but you know, like when she would do other things like talking to space, like grunt into space, and once in a while you get a word out of her. And then I called 911 on for her, and I told them the problem, so they said psych out instead of medical.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't take her to the hospital. And I think if they would have taken her, then she'd be alive right now. And then the infection kept getting worse and worse. And, so when she couldn't get upstairs one day, and so the ambulance was called and we took her in. She had a terrible infection.
Oh, the mic. I forgot about the mic.
Oh, shoot.
I forgot all about that. I'm sorry.
I just took it off too.
Yeah, it was on your hoodie. You could put on your shirt.
Okay, it's right here. How's that?
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
sorry.
Is the light blue on the front?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
Oh, you're okay.
You do this every day?
I try to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some days I'll take a day off.
Yeah.
But I check on a lot of people, like off camera, you know, just check in on them, see how they're doing. So actually, last question, since you had the surgery and stuff, and like when you smoke, how's the whole healing been? Like, is it just like opened up again?
Oh my God.
Like
Well,
spread out
no,
again?
no, it doesn't bother. I don't do a lot of to affect the you know how people, like when they do a lot of it keeps them from healing.
Yeah.
But I clean my wounds every day.
Okay.
You know.
Good.
And so that makes a huge difference in itself. You know. But it helps take the pain away. But that's not why I do that for that kind of pain. I do it for bone pain. I have brittle bone disease.
Yeah. When you went in, I'm just asking this so I know for other people. When you went into the hospital, this will be the last question. When you went, how many days were you there?
4.
For 4 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they give you medication to?
They didn't give me nothing for
Nothing?
pain.
Okay.
And I had major surgery, and I should have never even told them I did. But I felt that with the anesthesia or whatever they were going to give me, that they had to know, you know.
Sure.
And they gave me a pain medication just to knock me out. That was the only time. And when I woke up, I wasn't in pain right at first because I didn't really know what was going on. And then like 5-10 minutes into it, like I started hurting really bad.
Mm.
But I stayed because I knew I needed to stay for a few days. And by the 4th day, I was flipping and flopping, and with that leg like that, it was just the pain from the leg and withdrawing. And how could you do that to somebody? Like they're trying to get better, and so I left the hospital. They were going to release me in the morning, which was like 9 hours away. But prior to me making this decision, like the last 24 hours of being there, they didn't want to hear me complain or hear me groan or cry in pain. So they took me down to another floor and put me in a little room with nothing and fucking shut the door and left the door shut. Just give me something for the pain. I'm obviously in pain. Anybody else would get pain medication.
Sounds like it's case by case scenario, because one guy interviewed, he went septic, and he called his dad for a ride to the hospital, and he said they gave him morphine. He made it sound like a pleasant stay. He was there for, I don't remember if it was like 4 or 7 days, and they also put him on Suboxone so he could relax, you know what I mean? But he said they gave, I don't know what hospital it was, he said they gave him morphine and he was cool. He said, I guess the doctors told him, what can we do for you to stay? Because, you know, it could have been
wow.
bad. Yeah, so it sounded like a hospitable experience. So I'm just wondering, it's probably case by case. It depends where you go. Depends on their caseload, if they have the patience for that. So it's probably case by case.
That was a nice doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
A really good doctor.
If
A
for
good man.
someone that is dealing with cellulitis and stuff, like a bad case, what would you recommend? Like a wound care or go to the hospital? Like what's the right
Well,
step? Because I have no idea.
first of all, go to the hospital and get antibiotics to start your whatever,
Okay.
in a wound care package. And then, with cellulitis, you got to keep that stuff clean. It's going to go through a process. It slips in the beginning, it doesn't, I really studied that stuff because it was like rampant everywhere.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting it again. I got it a long time ago, but I didn't know what I had. And then when I got it like a year ago,
Yeah.
I was like, God, this is like this. See the scars on my face? That's all from cellulitis.
Okay.
And the doctors, and I think maybe at that time I don't even think they really knew what I had. But my face slipped off. It started as these like little pimples or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And they got little white heads, and then the next day, like my face just slipped off. It got green and it wouldn't scab.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I used to be so beautiful, and then
You still are, Rain.
oh no,
Come on.
shut
You
up.
still are.
Anyway, so maybe God humbled me that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was pretty humble back then anyway. I was always a good person.
Well, thank you for answering those questions because I have no idea. I see a lot of people that have that stuff, and
They need to keep that shit clean every day. Go find a bottle of water and some soap.
just soap or something.
You
something.
know,
Antibacterial
and some
soap.
toilet paper,
Yeah.
whatever you gotta do.
I bought this guy some antibacterial soap yesterday, and
That will really help. That antibacterial soap.
yeah, it was
Dial?
Dawn, but antibacterial. And I gave him a bin so he could clean his legs and just
How sweet of you.
try and do what I can,
You're such a good man. You're right. There's still some good people in
So,
this world.
Well, thank you, Rain. I mean,
You're
I'll
welcome,
give you
honey.
my card again. If I don't know,
Yeah,
like
sorry. Give me your card. I want to look at your site right now. I
Yeah.
finally got my phone back.
yeah.
This guy took my phone from me and
Yeah.
he deleted everything on it.
Yeah, there's my card. But yeah, my number's in the back. So if you need
Okay.
anything at all, freaking just reach out. Like I don't ultimately know what you need to get out of the situation. Some people are okay with being out here. So if you ever need, I could help.
I'm not okay, but then I'm like, okay, like, and I'm not okay. Actually, no, I'm not okay with this, but I feel more comfortable on these people than I do regular people. But it's been a long, I used to love my meetings. But then I saw all these people judging, like just talking shit about people, in those meetings.
Everyone has an opinion, I speak to you guys more than my own family, because you're my people. You're my people. I wasn't out here when the beans were out here, but I was out here when
It doesn't
black
matter
was
what
around,
drug.
like pre-2018.
Mhm.
I was, and like, oh yeah, my story's wild too. But you guys are my
I
people.
would love to hear your stories.
Yeah, you guys are my people. My older videos are my story. But
Really?
yeah.
I can go on there and see your story?
Yeah, I shared for about a year. I broke my story down in different videos.
Mhm.
And then my second year on YouTube is when I started doing the interviews about a year ago. So,
Wow, that's so cool.
yeah. So, we'll see what's next. One day at a time, though.
Have you seen anybody get clean yet?
Only one person.
Really?
And I've had 3 people pass, but they didn't die from ODs. They died from getting hit by cars. It's crazy. Crazy.
That's
All
bizarre.
3 of them died from getting hit by cars. I was expecting to hear about like ODs and stuff, but nope.
Wow.
People are getting clipped by cars, man. So sad. All
Oh,
right, well,
they're
thank
just
you, Brandon.
walking out in traffic here.
If any,
Oh, I keep moving that thing.
if any of your family see this, do you want to say anything to them?
Oh,
Family
God forbid my family ever see this. God forbid. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
My family is very rich.
Mhm.
Very, very rich. And even though they're, I don't even know how to say it. Big, huge,
Oh, okay.
huge. And people like that end up having money and
Yeah.
they judge and they become hypocrites and
Mhm.
and I just don't like who they are.
I understand. All right. Well, thank you, Brain.
You're welcome, honey.
Keep in touch, okay?
Okay.